Exercise 2.2, question number 11. Tan inverse of 2 cos 2 sin inverse of half. Tan inverse of 2 cos sin inverse of half. Principal value branch for sin inverse is closed interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Positive value, so positive angle, first quadrant angle, pi by 6. Let us simplify. So it is tan inverse of 2 cos pi by 3. And cos pi by 3 is half. It becomes tan inverse of 1. We know that tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. Question 12. Cot of tan inverse of A plus cot inverse of A. We know that tan inverse of x plus cot inverse of x is pi by 2. Formula. Therefore, it becomes cot of pi by 2. Cot 90 is 0. Question 13. Tan inverse of half into sine inverse of 2x by 1 plus x square plus cos inverse of 1 minus y square by 1 plus y square. Three conditions are given. We have formulae for 2 tan inverse of x, which is sine inverse of 2x by 1 plus x square when absolute value of x is less than or equal to 1, and it is cos inverse of 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square when x is greater than 0. Therefore, the given expression becomes half into, this will become 2 tan inverse of x. The condition is given. Absolute value of x is less than 1. Okay, less than or equal to 1, less than 1 is given, so the condition is satisfied. Plus, this expression is in terms of y, so I should write 2 tan inverse of y. Y is greater than 0. Now 2 can be taken out and cancelled with the half which is outside. Now let us use tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y formula, which is tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. This formula has a condition that xy should be less than 1, and that condition is also given in the question. Now tan and tan inverse could be cancelled. Here we have tan outside and tan inverse inside, so we can cancel without any checking. The answer is x plus y by 1 minus xy. Question 14. Sine inverse of 1 by 5 plus cos inverse of x is equal to 1. Find x. Sine inverse of 1 by 5 plus cos inverse of x is sine inverse of 1. That is taking sine inverse on both sides. Sine inverse of 1 is pi by 2, we know. So cos inverse of x is pi by 2 minus sine inverse of 1 by 5. And we have a formula. Sine inverse of x plus cos inverse of x is pi by 2. Let us use this formula. So pi by 2 minus sine inverse of 1 by 5 will become cos inverse of 1 by 5. So taking cos on both sides, cos and cos inverse will get cancelled. So x is equal to 1 by 5 is the answer. Question 15. Tan inverse of x minus 1 by x minus 2 plus tan inverse of x plus 1 by x plus 2 is pi by 4. We have to solve for x. Let us use tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y formula, which is tan inverse of x plus y divided by 1 minus xy, and the condition is xy should be less than 1. Here for this condition, you have x minus 1 by x minus 2 into x plus 1 by x plus 2 should be less than 1. That is x square minus 1 by x square minus 4. A plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. So this condition should be satisfied. Let us use this formula. So tan inverse of x minus 1 by x minus 2 plus x plus 1 by x plus 2 divided by into x plus 1 by x plus 2 equal to pi by 4. Let us take tan on both sides. Tan and tan inverse will get cancelled, and I am taking LCM. X plus 1 x minus 2 divided by x minus 2 into x plus 2 minus x minus 1 into x plus 1. I have cancelled the LCMs. The LCM will be x minus 2 into x plus 2. They get cancelled. Here tan pi by 4, which is 1. Let us open the brackets. X square minus x plus 2x minus 2. X square minus 2x plus x minus 2 divided by a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square, and this is x square minus 1 equal to 1. It becomes 2 times x square minus 2 divided by x square minus 4. I am distributing the negative sign, equal to 1. X square gets cancelled. So x square minus 2 is minus 3 by 2. X square is minus 3 by 2 plus 2 is half. So x will be plus or minus 1 by root 2. And the condition is x square minus 1 by x square minus 4 should be less than 1. Check this condition. X is plus or minus 1 by root 2. Both will satisfy. So if you square it, 1 by root 2 the whole square, both plus or minus will become plus. So this is minus half. And this is minus 7 by 2. 1 by 7. Yes, it is less than 1. Therefore, both are solutions. The condition is satisfied. Both the values are satisfying the condition. So, both are solutions. Question 16. This type is an important question. We can cancel sine inverse and sine only when this angle is in the principal value branch. So sine inverse of sine x becomes x only when x belongs to the principal value branch of sine inverse. Remember this. Otherwise you cannot cancel sine inverse and sine. Now 2 pi by 3 doesn't belong to the principal value branch. It is the second quadrant angle. So I am going to write 2 pi by 3 as pi minus pi by 3. And sin pi minus theta I am going to use. The formula is second quadrant. Sin is positive, so sin theta. It becomes sine inverse of sin pi by 3. Now pi by 3 belongs to the principal value branch of sine inverse. So I can cancel sine inverse and sine. The answer becomes pi by 3. Question 17. Tan of tan 3 pi by 4. Question is tan inverse of tan 3 pi by 4. Tan inverse and tan could be cancelled only when x is in the principal value branch. Principal value branch for tan inverse is open interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So 3 pi by 4 is the second quadrant angle. It doesn't fall under the principal value branch. So we will simplify. Since it is the second quadrant angle, I can write it as pi minus pi by 4. Now tan pi minus theta formula. Pi minus theta is the second quadrant angle. In the second quadrant, tan is negative. For pi we don't change the ratio. So it is minus tan theta. Therefore tan inverse of minus tan theta, which is equal to tan inverse of minus 1. Pi by 4 is 1, no? Minus 1. Now tan of minus 1 is minus pi by 4, because principal value branch is fourth and the first quadrant. For negative values, negative angle. So minus pi by 4 is the answer. Question 18. Tan of sine inverse of 3 by 5 plus cot inverse of 3 by 2. We know the formula for tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y. So I am going to change it to tan inverse using triangle method. Sine is opposite by hypotenuse, so adjacent side by Pythagoras theorem will be 4. So it is tan of tan inverse of any inverse trigonometric function can be changed to any other trigonometric function, inverse trigonometric function using this triangle method. Tan inverse opposite by adjacent. Cot can be changed to tan inverse. We know that cot inverse of x is tan inverse of 1 by x when it is positive, when x is positive. So it becomes tan inverse of 2 by 3. Or you can use triangle method, you will get the same thing. Let us use tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y formula. Tan inverse of x plus y divided by 1 minus xy, where xy is less than 1. Check whether the condition is satisfied. Our x is 3 by 4, y is 2 by 3. Yes, product is less than 1. So I can use this formula. Tan inverse of 3 by 4 plus 2 by 3 divided by 1 minus 3 by 4 into 2 by 3. Let us simplify this expression by taking LCM. 9 plus 8 over 12 minus 6. I have cancelled the LCMs. Tan and tan inverse also could be cancelled. Therefore, the answer is 17/6. Question 19. Cos inverse of cos 7 pi by 6. Cos inverse of cos 6 can be written as x only when x belongs to the principal value branch of cos inverse, which is closed interval 0 to pi. Now 7 pi by 6 is third quadrant angle. We cannot cancel cos inverse and cos because 7 pi by 6 is not in the principal value branch. The 7 pi by 6 doesn't belong to the principal value branch. So we cannot cancel cos inverse and cos. Since it is a third quadrant angle, I can write it as pi plus pi by 6. Now cos pi plus theta. In the third quadrant, cos is negative. For pi we don't change the ratio, so it becomes cos pi by 6, which is equal to cos inverse of minus cos pi by 6 value is root 3 by 2. And for cos inverse negative value, for negative value the angle is in the second quadrant, pi minus the base angle, which is pi minus pi by 6. 5 pi by 6 is the answer.
E subdivision is the correct answer.
Question 20. Sine of pi by 3 minus sine inverse of minus half. Let us simplify. Sine of pi by 3 minus sine inverse of minus half. Principal value branch for sine inverse is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 closed interval. So minus half, negative value, so fourth quadrant angle. For plus half, the base angle is pi by 6, so minus fourth quadrant angle, which is equal to sine of pi by 3 plus pi by 6, which is pi by 2, sine pi by 2, which is 1.
D subdivision is the correct answer.
21st question. Tan inverse of root 3 minus cot inverse of minus root 3. Tan inverse of root 3 for positive value first quadrant angle, which is 60 degrees or pi by 3 radians, minus cot inverse. The principal value branch for cot inverse is open interval 0 to pi, minus root 3, negative value, so second quadrant angle, pi minus cot inverse of root 3 plus root 3. Cot inverse of root 3 is 30 degrees. Pi by 3 minus pi plus pi by 6. So it is pi by 2 minus pi by 2.
B subdivision is the correct answer.
Now example 5. Express tan inverse of cos x divided by 1 minus sin x. And the condition given is minus 3 pi by 2 less than x less than pi by 2 in its simplest form. We will write this as cos x as sine of pi by 2 minus x divided by 1 minus sin x can be written as cos pi by 2 minus x. because we have formula for 1 minus cos. Tan inverse of 1 minus cos is 2 sine square, half of this angle. So we have to divide this by 2, which becomes pi by 4 minus x by 2. That is, we are dividing pi by 2 minus x by 2, which gives us pi by 4 minus x by 2. And in the numerator we will use sin 2 theta formula, which is 2 sine x cos x. So pi by 4 minus x by 2 and cos pi by 4 minus x by 2. Tan inverse of, we can cancel one sine function. Cos divided by sine is cot of pi by 4 minus x by 2. Either you change cot to tan or tan inverse to cot inverse. I am changing tan inverse to cot inverse. Pi by 2 minus cot inverse of cot pi by 4 minus x by 2. We have a formula, tan inverse of x plus cot inverse of x is pi by 2. Now cot inverse and cot could be cancelled if pi by 4 minus x by 2 is in the principal value branch. So let us check. We have the condition that x lies between minus 3 pi by 2 and pi by 2. Divide by 2 throughout, minus 3 pi by 4. Change the sign. We have to change the inequality, reverse the inequality. We are changing the sign and then add pi by 4 throughout. So 3 adding pi by 4 throughout, 3 pi by 4 plus pi by 4 will become 4 pi by 4, which is pi, and pi by 4 minus x by 2, and here minus pi by 4 plus pi by 4 gives us 0. So 0 to pi. This is the principal value branch of cot inverse. That's how we could cancel cot inverse and cot function. Let us simplify this. Pi by 2 minus pi by 4 is pi by 4. Minus into minus is plus x by 2. This is the answer.